Hey, what up? It's Snowboard Addiction. I'm with Dan Kuba.
How you doing?
We are up here and we've been doing a bit of a series now. We're just turning this into a...
Making me a better rider.
Yeah, with de facto series. We just keep doing videos.
Yeah.
Show me what you just showed me.
My binding's kind of coming a little loose here.
Binding's coming a little bit loose. This is something that happens if you don't do your screws tight enough, but it actually kind of happens maybe once or twice a season anyway.
Yeah.
Just from riding and stuff, especially if you have older screws or older bindings. Good thing is, I carry a tool in my pocket, so we can tighten that up. I want to show you this tool I have. This is a little tool, it's a little burden tool I have, and it's just really flat. So it sits in your pocket easily, and it's very unlikely to hurt yourself if you fall. I carry it around with me a lot, and it gets used more than anything on other people's bindings, especially when I'm teaching other people. So it flicks open like that, and then you can tighten up your screws. These screws are a little bit chewed up just by, I guess, tightening them over the years. How long have you had these bindings for?
2012, I want to say, Nev.
So they're fairly old. So when bindings come, they quite often have this little rubber piece or a little blue bit on the screw, which helps it stay locked in. Potentially that could have been worn out on these screws.
They're no longer there.
Yeah.
I've checked.
So if you find that your screws are coming loose a lot, like more common, and it's annoying, you maybe just want to get new screws.
I think
which
I might.
Any snowboard shop can sell you new screws. Now, there's another thing I want to show you while we're here.
Okay.
Is we were doing working on your heel edge and then working on your toe edge.
Yes, we were.
And I want to talk to you about forward lean on your bindings. Do you know what the forward lean is?
Not really.
Okay. You can unstrap your other foot. So the forward lean, what it is the angle of your high back. So if you can see that the angle of the high back actually makes my boot lean forward, right? And the more forward lean you have, the more forward you have to be. Now what that does is, if you look at my legs here, is that with more forward lean, it gets you into more of this low position where the knees are more forward. What that does, just brings you down a little bit, gives you a little bit more suspension, a little more play in the legs, and it helps you get into more of this position that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Where you're
centered over the board.
Centered over the board, right? So you don't want to be snowboarding like this with straight legs. If you're snowboarding with straight legs, every single bump you hit, it throws you off balance. The more you get kind of down like this, the better balance you're going to have.
Okay.
So when you follow me and you watch me ride, you'll see that my knees are always bending a lot. Like my knees are always pushing forward, and I'm generally trying to go up and down on top of that board. Instead, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, instead of leaning over.
So what I'm going to do is we're actually going to whack one notch of forward lean onto your bindings. Now forward lean, it puts you in that position where it kind of forces you to do this. One thing to know is that if you've never played with forward lean and you go put a bunch on, it actually makes your legs get a bit sore throughout the day. You'll feel it more in your calves and your hamstrings, and you'll fatigue a little bit more in your muscles. But over time, you'll develop that good snowboarding posture, that good snowboarding position that'll make you ride better.
Okay. So how do we change that?
Good question. Every binding's different. This one here is a burden binding, and what it has is this little twisty function. So this little twist, it has a positive and a negative sign, and if you twist it towards the positive sign, it puts more forward lean on. So for example, I'm on, it says here F1, F2, F3. I'm on F3 is what I'm on. Now your bindings, what brand are they?
I don't even know if the brand is Nev, to be honest.
For your binding, you'll loosen that back bit off a bit, and then you'll slide the high back down. Oh, not the high back, the little, that piece, yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now tighten it, once you got it all the way down there, tighten it back up. And what you'll see is that it's kind of made a difference here from the plastic to there, and it catches this a little bit earlier.
Oh, because it's lower down.
Which puts it on a little bit more angle. So these bindings don't have a lot of forward lean to them, they just have a little bit. That's as much as we can put on this one.
Okay.
But that there will help you just be in that slightly better crouched position as you ride.
Sweet.
Okay. And so we've put that on both your bindings now. And in general in this run, let's just rip. Think about the other two things we've been talking about, but think about just being low with those knees at all time. Low with those knees, okay?
Okay.
Cool. So it's not low like this. You don't want to crouch over,
Comes
It's
from
low with the knees mostly by pushing those knees forward. Cool. And then when it comes on the heel edge, you kind of dip over a little bit by lifting the toes, keeping the knees bent. Yep. And then for the toe edge, pushing those hips forward, but keeping those knees bent and low. Yep. There we go. That's it. Nice. There we go. That's good. Cool. All right, let's rep a run.
So just focusing on what we were talking about already?
Yeah, we're just basically just focusing this time on getting a little bit lower, bending those knees and feeling out that new position of the high backs.
Got it.
All right. Good.
I'm starting to, I'm following what you're saying still, but I'm starting to really focus more about keeping my weight over the board.
Yes.
It's helping.
In fact, on the first couple of turns, it looked like your heel edge legs were a little bit straight.
Yeah.
And then I saw you bend your knees more as you went through the turn.
Yeah.
Did you focus on that?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I saw on the last couple of turns you were bending your knees more and bending over on the heel side turn. It looked better.
It's just starting to get into the flow of it.
Yep. Good stuff. With regards to putting on your high back, putting extra forward lean on, it's the kind of thing that you want to put on slowly, one notch at a time, because if you put too much on all at once, it can make it really uncomfortable. But building into that low position is where you want to get to. Good stuff.
I like it.
This is Nev from Snowboard Addiction. We're up here improving people's riding.